The NAF refresher that we organize every year with AOPA Luxembourg, we do this in the spring, and it's a classic activity of AOPA to enhance the security skills of flying. So how does it work? We choose 3 destinations, we put 3 pilots together, they don't know each other in advance, and the idea is that everyone flies one leg and that you learn from your fellow friends. So it's beyond the classic private pilot training.
I'm Bernhard Frechen, I'm the organizer of this AOPA Luxembourg NAF refresher. We started with this NAF refreshers in 2010, and the idea is to motivate young pilots to fly longer distances and cross border.
Today we will actively shape the future by implementing a carbon strategy which consists in neutralizing the emissions of the general aviation aircraft. Luxembourg has set up a collaboration with Graine de Vie, which consists in planting trees all over the world in order to absorb the CO2 of the atmosphere. By doing this, we will also have a carbon negative footprint, which means, in other words, that for every flight we will actually reduce the carbon concentration in the atmosphere.
A world without aviation, it's nearly impossible to imagine, and I even would not imagine it, because aviation plays an enormous important part in the mobility of humanity on our planet. But what we have to do in the next years is to decarbonize the aviation sector. So every initiative that has been taken, for example the initiative now from AOPA to really reforest to compensate the flights that they are doing, is a good initiative, and we should continue in this direction. So it's very important to do these steps, and I can only congratulate the AOPA by helping us by really taking initiatives in these directions.
This year, Luxembourg has the presidency of the Benelux. And Benelux is important also for Luxembourg. And therefore this year, for the NAF refresher, we've chosen a tour which brings us from Luxembourg to the Netherlands and Belgium. Sustainability is an important topic and for AOPA Luxembourg. It shall not hollow or empty words. We try to change the world. And Luxembourg has been so many times innovative on many aspects of society and driven innovation and change. What makes the pilot community in Luxembourg extremely happy is that we received the public endorsement of Minister Bausch for this agreement that we made with Graine de Vie ASBL, whereby we plant trees in exchange for the carbon emissions that we create with our flying. We believe a lot in self-regulation. So we don't need the state to organize things for us. We have made the direct agreement with Graine de Vie ASBL as AOPA Luxembourg without any overhead or extra costs involved, makes that we can go further than the initial plan. The initial plan was to make our flights carbon neutral. Now we can make it carbon negative, so that we fund more this initiative of Graine de Vie ASBL. There's no cost of overhead, therefore we managed to keep the cost really low for the pilots. As I mentioned, Luxembourg, we're a small country, but the small country, we don't have oil, we don't have sea, but we have a lot of brains to create new things and try to put new innovative ideas together. This is really a unique kind of initiative that we have been developing, and we invite other countries and other flying clubs to follow us. If any people have any questions, we're there to answer them.